Good morning. Good morning. I hope all is well with you. I wanted to come back for another episode of Reading Through the Bible. I know it's been a couple weeks. I'm trying to find a new slot for it, but might think about doing this morning, every morning. So I wanted to pick back up where we left off a few weeks ago, and that was with the children of Israel being rescued from Egypt by God, essentially taking them through the Red Sea. The Pharaoh and his men followed the children of Israel through the Red Sea. And once the children of Israel got to the other side, the Lord closed up the Red Sea and Pharaoh and his men were lost in it. The awesome thing is that they've actually found evidences of chariots and things like that in the water, but we'll talk about the evidences for Exodus here in a few, in a video soon. But for now, let's get started. So I'm going to pick up on Exodus chapter 15, and this is going to start with the Song of Moses. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider has he thrown into the sea. The Lord is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. He is my God, and I will prepare him a habitation. My father's God, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Pharaoh's chariot and his host has he cast into the sea. His chosen captains are also drowned in the Red Sea. The depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. Thy right hand, O Lord, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Lord, has dashed in pieces the enemy, and the greatness of thine excellency, thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee. Thou sentest forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubble. And with the blast of thy nostrils, the waters were gathered together, and the floods stood upright as a heap, and the depths were congealed in the heart of the sea. The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil, my lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword, my hand shall destroy them. Thou didst blow with thy wind, the sea covered them. They sank as lead. Oh my goodness, I can't read today. They sank as lead in the mighty waters. Who is like unto thee, O God, among the gods? Who is like thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? Thou stretchest out thy right hand, the earth swallowed them. Thou in thy mercy hast led forth the people which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them in the strength upon thy holy habitation. The people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold of the inhabitants of Palestina. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed. The mighty men of Moab trembling shall take hold upon them. All the inhabitants of Canaan shall melt away. Fear and dread shall fall upon them. By the greatness of thine arm, they shall be as still as a stone. Till thy people pass over, O Lord, till the people pass over which thou hast purchased, thou shalt bring them in and plant them in the mountain in thine inheritance, in the place, O Lord, which thou hast made for thee to dwell in. In the sanctuary, O Lord, which thy hands have established. The Lord shall reign forever and ever. For the horse of the Pharaoh went in with his chariots and with his horsemen into the sea, and the Lord brought again the waters of the sea upon them. But the children of Israel went on to dry land in the midst of the sea. And Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out with her with the timbrels and with dances. And Miriam answered them, Sing ye to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider has he thrown into the sea. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur. And they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. And when they came to Marah, they could not drink the waters of Marah. From Marah they were bitter, and therefore it was called Marah. And the people murmured against Moses, saying, What shall we drink? And he cried unto the Lord, and the Lord showed him a tree, which when he had cast it into the waters were made sweet. There he made from them a statute and an ordinance, and there he proved them. And he said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, and will do that which is right in his sight, and will give ear to his commandment, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that heals thee. And they came to Elim, where were 12 wells of water and 70 palm trees, and they encamped there by the waters. And they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came unto the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land of Egypt. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. And the children of Israel said unto them, would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full, for ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill the whole assembly with hunger. Then said the Lord unto Moses, behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no. And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. And Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel, at even then ye shall know that the Lord has brought you out of the land of Egypt. In the morning then ye shall see the glory of the Lord, for he hears your murmurings against the Lord. And what are we that ye murmur against us? And Moses said, this shall be when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to be full, for that the Lord hears your murmurings which you murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Lord. And Moses spake unto Aaron, saying to all the congregation of the children of Israel, come near before the Lord, for he has heard your murmurings. And it came to pass, as Aaron spake unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of the Lord appeared in the cloud. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, at even ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread, and ye shall know that I am the Lord your God. And it came to pass that at even the quails came up and covered the camp, and in the morning the dew lay round about the post. And when the dew that lay was gone up, behold, upon the face of the wilderness there lay a small round thing, as small as a hoar frost on the ground. And when the children of Israel saw it, they said to one another, it is manna, for they wist not know what it was. And Moses said unto them, this is the bread which the Lord has given you to eat. This is the thing which the Lord has commanded. Gather of it every one according to his eating, an omer for every man, according to the number of your persons. Take ye every man from them which are in his tents. And the children of Israel did so, and gathered some more, some less. And when they did meet it with an omer, he that gathered much had nothing over, and he that gathered little had no lack. They gathered every man according to his eating. And Moses said, let no man leave it till the morning. Notwithstanding, they hearkened not unto Moses, but some of them left of it until the morning, and it bred worms and stank. And Moses was wroth with them. And they gathered it every morning, every man according to his eating, and when the sun waxed hot, it melted. And it came to pass that on the 6th day they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for one man, and all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses. And he said to them, this is that which the Lord has said, tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which you will bake today, and seethe that you will seethe. And that which remains over, lay for you, and keep it till the morning. And they laid it up and kept it till the morning, and as Moses bade, and it did not stink, neither was there any worms in it. And Moses said, eat that today, for today is the Sabbath unto the Lord. Today ye shall not find it in the field. 6 days ye shall gather it, but on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath, in it there shall be none. And it came to pass that there went out some of the people on the 7th day for the gather, and they found none. And the Lord said unto Moses, how long refuse you to keep my commandments and my laws? See, For that the Lord has given you the Sabbath, therefore he gives you on the 6th day the bread of 2 days. Abide ye every man in his place. Let no man go out of his place on the 7th day. So the people rested on the 7th day. And the house of Israel called the name thereof manna, and it was like coriander seed white, and the taste of it was like wafers made with honey. And Moses said, This is the thing which the Lord commands. Fill an omer of it to be kept for your generations, that they may see the bread wherewith I have fed you in the wilderness, when I brought you forth from the land of Egypt. And Moses said unto Aaron, Take a pot and put the omer full of manna therein, and lay it up before the Lord to be kept for your generations. And the Lord commanded Moses to Aaron. And the Lord commanded Moses, so Aaron laid it up before the testimony to be kept. And the children of Israel did eat manna 40 years, until they came to a land inhabited. They did eat manna, until they came into the borders of the land of Canaan. Now an omer is the 10th part of an ephah. And all the congregation of the children of Israel sojourned from the wilderness of Sin after their journeys according to the commandment of the Lord, and they pitched in Rephidim, and there was no water for the people to drink. Wherefore the people did chide with Moses and said, Give us water that we may drink. And Moses said unto them, Why chide you with me? Wherefore do you tempt the Lord? And the people thirsted there for water, and the people murmured against Moses and said, Wherefore is this that thou hast brought us out of the land of Egypt to kill us and our children and our cattle with thirst? And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, What shall I do unto these people? They be almost ready to stone me. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go before the people, and take with thee of the elders of Israel, and thy rod, wherewith thou smotest the river, take it in thy hand, and go. Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock in Horeb, and thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it, that the people may drink. And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel. And he called the name of the place Massah and Meribah, because the children of Israel, and because they tempted the Lord, saying, Is the Lord among us or not? Children of Israel were some funny people. Okay, I think I got time for maybe 1 or 2 chapters, and we'll close it for today. We're starting at the defeat of Amalek. Then came Amalek and fought with Israel of Rephidim. And Moses said unto Joshua, Choose us out of men and go fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of God in my hand. So Joshua did as Moses had said to him and fought with Amalek. And Moses and Aaron and Hur went up to the top of the hill. And it came to pass when Moses held up his hand that Israel prevailed. And when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands were heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat thereon. And Aaron and Hur stayed up with his hands, the one on one side and one on the other. And his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua discomforted Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And the Lord said unto Moses, Write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it to the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And Moses built an altar and called the name of it Jehovah Nissi. For he said, Because the Lord has sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. When Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard of all that God had done for Moses and for Israel, his people, and that the Lord had brought Israel out of Egypt, then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took Zipporah, Moses' wife, after he had sent her back, and her 2 sons, and which the name of the one was Gershom. For he said, I have an alien in the strange land. And the name of the other was Eleazar. For the God of my father, said he, was mine help, and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife unto Moses into the wilderness, where he encamped at the mount of God. And he said unto Moses, I, thy father-in-law, Jethro, am come up unto thee, and thy wife and her 2 sons with thee. And Moses went out to meet his father-in-law and did obeisance, and kissed him, and they kissed each other in their welfare, and they came into the tent. And Moses told his father-in-law all that the Lord had done unto Pharaoh and to the Egyptians for Israel's sake, and all the travail that had come upon them by the way, and how the Lord delivered them. And Jethro rejoiced for all the goodness which the Lord had done to Israel, whom he had delivered out of the hands of the Egyptians. And Jethro said, Blessed be the Lord, who has delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians and out of the hand of Pharaoh, who has delivered the people from under the hands of the Egyptians. Now I know that the Lord is greater than all gods, for in the thing wherein they dealt proudly, he was above them. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took a burnt offering and sacrifices for God, and Aaron came, and all the elders of Israel, to eat bread with Moses' father-in-law before God. And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses sat to judge the people, and the people stood by Moses from morning unto evening. And when Moses' father-in-law saw all that he had done for the people, he said, What is this that y'all have done to the people? Why sittest thou alone by thyself, and all the people stand by thee from morning unto evening? And Moses said unto the father-in-law, Because the people come unto me to inquire of God. When they have a matter, they come unto me, and I judge between one and the other, and I do make them know the statutes of God and his laws. And Moses' father-in-law said unto him, The thing that thou doest is not good. Thou wilt surely wear away both thou and the people that is with thee, for this thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it alone. Hearken now unto my voice, I will give thee counsel, and God shall be with thee. Be thou for the people toward Godward, that thou mayest bring the causes unto God. And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shalt show them the way wherein they must walk, and the work that they must do. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating covetousness, and a place such over them to be rulers of the saints, and the rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens. Rulers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens. And let them judge the people at all seasons, and it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thyself. If thou shalt do this thing, and God command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure, and all this people shall also go to their place in peace. So I can't read. So Moses hearkened to the voice of his father-in-law and did all that he said. And Moses chose able men out of all of Israel and made them heads over the people, rulers over thousands, rulers over hundreds, rulers over fifties, and rulers over tens. And they judged the people at all seasons. The hard causes they brought unto Moses, but every small matter they judged themselves. And Moses let his father-in-law depart, and he went his way to his own land. All right. So that brought us up to Exodus 19. Yeah, so pretty much we're just seeing also obviously Moses being put in place as the leader. He's put in place to teach the people the commandments and the laws. And if you notice, and you're going to see this over and over again, God keeps saying, write this in a book for a memorial for my people. Write this in a book for a memorial for my people. So when people get upset about the Bible and it's written by these men and this and that, they were doing what God told them to do. And the reason why he told them to do it is because it was a memorial. Written books, book means evidence in etymology, and evidence means book. So that means we should be able to go back and read the things that were written before and see what was going on. And this is another reason why God said, I want you to write this way back in the day. 2,000 plus years ago. There was a reason for that, because he wanted these things to be said before anything happened. Because if he writes it before anything happens, then you can't attribute it to anyone else. You can't say, oh, it was Odin or it was some other god that did it. No, you got to go with the first mention. It's called the law of the first mention. Same thing with vocabulary. That's why I talk about etymology so much, because the first instance of the word is what the real intention was behind it. So yeah, we change words up, these days to fit different meanings, but they were really serious about words back in the day. I think they still are, but there's just some people that try to change it. But yeah, so after this next video, I will do my best to put the Exodus video together so I can show you the evidences that they have for Exodus and the things that have been happening from Genesis to Exodus. Of course, there's so many different archaeological evidences up till now, but I just want to kind of capture where we are at in the scriptures. You said, when you do etymology, does it always revert back to Latin? No, actually, most of the words, especially when you get into biblical terminology, they're going to be Hebrew and Aramaic. So the first languages, pretty much the first languages. You're not going to get into the Latin until you get to the New Testament, because at that time, that's when the translations, Hebrew, Aramaic were being translated into Greek and Latin. So no, not always. Not always. Any other questions? You're very, very welcome. And thank you for being here. So once again, I'm going to try to do this every morning because I thought that once a week was it was not frequent enough. And yeah, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to break down, a lot to talk about. So I will do my best to be here every morning, right around this time, about 6 o'clock, 6:15. And yeah, continue to ask your questions. And if I do not have the answer, I will make sure that I get that answer for you, and we will address it on the next episode. Okie dokie. All right, I got another meeting to get to. I hope you guys have a great, great rest of your day, and I look to see you soon in the next videos. Bye.